Dear viewers, thank you everybody. Now I am going to tell you about the future indefinite tense. First of all, I like to define what is future indefinite tense. Please take a look at the whiteboard you see. The action will take place at any time in the future. So dear viewers, the action will happen, the action will go on in the future, but the time is not specific, that time is not definite. That action will happen at any time in the future, so the time is indefinite. Generally, while we are making sentences of the future indefinite tense, we should remember that we can use will plus v1 plus etc with these subjects. If the subject is he, she, it, or any third person singular number, or you, or they, or any third person plural number, then we can use will plus v1 plus etc in the formation. So take a look at the example. You say Karim will be a doctor. Dear viewers, this Karim is the third person singular number, and you can use here you will be a doctor. You can say you will be a doctor, or you can say who will be a doctor, then it will be an interrogative sentence. And dear viewers, and you can use any third person singular number or plural third person plural number. Suppose you can say or use here they will be then we will tell they will be doctors. Suppose you will go to school, here you is second person, you becomes first second person in the singular or plural number. We can use you both singular and in plural number. So in this case we can use will plus v1. Here v1 is b. So dear viewers, please try to understand he, she, it, any third person singular number, or you or they, or any third person plural number will take will plus v1 plus etc in its formations. Suppose the example is that Karim will be a doctor. Now we can use also shall in the future indefinite tense, but we can use shall after the subject first person singular or plural number. That is, you can use shall after I or we. So take a look at this sentence: I or we shall learn English. We can say we shall learn English, or I can say I shall learn English. So dear viewers, I shall learn English. Here in this case the sentences are in the general use. In the general use, we generally use will or shall like this ways. So now I am going to discuss about some specific rules of using the future indefinite tense. Dear viewers, please be attentive and try to understand. Thank you. So dear viewers, we can use the future indefinite tense in the complex sentence. You know, complex sentence. In the complex sentence, there must be one principal clause and another subordinate clause. So when the principal clause is used with the subordinate clause, there must be at least one conjunction to combine the clauses. So dear viewers, please take a look at I will, I will call you when I have time. Dear viewers, please take a look at this sentence. I will call you when I have time. So when the complex sentence is written or said, there must be one principal clause and another subordinate clause. So what is the subordinate clause? The subordinate clause starts with a subordinate conjunction. So when is the subordinate conjunction here? So you see the rule is that when we are making any complex sentence using when, after, before, until, or as soon as, after, before, when, as soon as, until, when we use these conjunctions to make complex sentence like this one, then the subordinate clause will be the present tense. That means present indefinite. The subordinate clause will be the present indefinite tense. Dear viewers, this is the subordinate clause starting from when I have time. So this is the subordinate clause. Subordinate clause, dear viewers, and this is the present indefinite tense. Present indefinite tense. Dear viewers, you see. So what will be the future indefinite tense? The future indefinite tense will be the main clause. The main clause will be written in the future indefinite tense. I will call you. This is the main clause. This is the MC. You can see, you can tell MC. This is the MC, or main clause, or principal clause, or independent clause. So dear viewers, I think you can understand this rule. So I am going to show you some other examples of these rules. Please take a look at. I will wait until it stops raining. I will wait until it stops raining. Dear viewers, please take a look at here. The main clause is in the future indefinite tense. I will wait. This is the main clause, MC, main clause, and the subordinate clause starting from until it stops raining. This is the subordinate clause. That means SC. So the subordinate clause is in the present indefinite tense, and the main clause is in the future indefinite tense here. So dear viewers, you can understand. Thank you. Now I am going to tell you about another rule of how we can use future indefinite tense in our sentences. So dear viewers, in the first conditional, we can use the future indefinite tense. In the first conditional, you know what is the first conditional? You know, in the first conditional, we generally write the first conditional in the complex sentence like this way: if plus present plus future, if plus present plus future. Like this way we can write. The structure or the formula is that if plus present plus future. So dear viewers, you can see that we can write the future indefinite tense in the main clause. In the main clause we can write the future indefinite tense. If plus present plus future, this must be the main clause. This must be the main clause, and if plus present, this is the subordinate clause or a C. So the subordinate clause will be the present indefinite tense, and the future tense will be the future indefinite tense. Please look at this sentence. If it rains, I won't go out. Dear viewers, you can see, if it rains, I won't go out. This is the main clause. This is the main clause, and this is really future indefinite tense. Future indefinite tense. Future indefinite tense. I won't go out, or I can say I will not go out. I will not go out, or in the contracted form, I won't go out. So this is the future indefinite tense, which has been used in the first conditional, and the rule is that you must use the present indefinite tense with the if clause, or in the if clause, and the main clause must be in the future indefinite tense. Thank you. Now I am going to tell you about another important rule, dear viewers. Another very important rule of how we can use the future indefinite tense in our sentences. So dear viewers, when we want to mean some facts or some less certain activities, when we want to mean some future fact or some less certain activities, you mean less, less certain activity, this may be activities in singular number, it is activity, less certain activity, or future fact, So dear viewers, you can know what is fact. Actually what happens, that is called fact. Actually what we see to happen, that means what happens actually, that is called fact. So future fact, the work will happen in the future and we will understand it vividly, that is called fact, and it will be less certain activity. This fact will be less certain activity. So please take a look at this sentence. As the conservative, the conservatives, dear viewers, the conservatives, will win in the election. The conservatives will win in the elections. Here will is perfect. Dear viewers, please try to understand, this is the fact. This is a future fact. The conservatives will win in the election. The fact is that when the conservative party will win in the election, and it will be true that people will see them being elected. Dear viewers, people will see them being elected. The conservatives will win in the election. Dear viewers, you see the party, Conservative Party, will win in the election. This may be true or not. If we see that the Conservative Party has won in the election in this present time, or they may not have passed in the elections, so this is the fact and it is less certain. And in another example, you see the sun will rise, the sun will rise at 7 a.m. So this may be an weather forecast. This may be an a weather forecast. You see, this may be a weather forecast, or this may be suppository. This may not really happen, that the sun will rise at 7 a.m. The sun may rise at 7 a.m. when people will see the sun has really risen at 7 a.m. Then it will be true or vivid. So this may happen, or may not happen. So this is less certain. So in this case, we can use will with the third person. Will with the third person. So dear viewers, from the discussions above, I have tried my level best to give a clear understanding about this tense, and in this future indefinite tense part 1, you see. And I think if there is any confusion of your understanding, please let me know. And till then, wish you best of luck. Thank you, everybody.